basement, sweating and breathing heavily. Oga-Landlord, on the other hand, fell down and quickly get up as he dashed into his flat. Ihuoma stood there frozen, trying to understand what Oga-Landlord she loves so much is doing with a dirty maid like Ifechi. Heartbroken, she plots a plan on how to separate them. He decided to act fast. The next day, she sighted Ola-Aku, Oga-Landlord's wife, strolling down the street. Ihuoma ran fast towards her. She helped Ola-Aku carry her grocery bag. As she revealed everything she has witnessed, Ola-Aku thanked Ihuoma and decided to investigate further. Although Ola-Aku used to notice some unusual movements her husband used to make every night, but she never read meaning to it. That night, she pretended to be sleeping, and she caught Oga-Landlord sneaking out of their home to see Ifechi. Ola-Aku smiled. Once upon a time, in the heart of Owerri, within it is a prestigious divine estate, stood in the most beautiful house in the area. It's actually a number 36 divine estate in Owerri, and it was admired by all. The house belonged to Mr. Chima, who is well known as Oga-Landlord, a kind-hearted and generous man. He lived there with his wife, Ola-Aku, a stunning woman who adored her husband. They had everything: wealth, love, and respect, except one thing: a child. Despite being childless, they remained hopeful, trusting God for a miracle to happen someday in their lives. Oga-Landlord has 2 tenants in his house. The first one was Ihuoma, a 32-year-old nurse, and she is doing very well for herself. She was adored by all for her beauty. She was a very hard-working lady. Despite it, she was still much single, not married. She remained faithful, hoping that one day she will find the man of her dreams that will marry and cherish her for the rest of her life. The second tenant happens to be Mr. Emeka, a busy businessman who sold clothes in Ede Market, and his wife, Ifenkli, a graduate, but she chooses to be a full-time housewife. She didn't like stressing herself at all. Ifenkli recently gave birth to a baby girl, which brings more bond between her and her husband. But Ifenkli was overwhelmed with her responsibilities. She and her husband, Mr. Emeka, decided to get a maid from the village that will be assisting in the house chores and in caring for their newborn baby as well. Ifenkli put a call to her mother in the village, pleading with her to help them and find a good-mannered girl from the village that will be helping them in the city. Ifenkli's mother accepted. Not a while, Ifenkli's mother found a good girl called Ifechi, a 19-year-old slim, chocolate-skinned, beautiful girl. Ifenkli's mother put her in a bus traveling to Owerri. Ifechi soon arrived to assist Ifenkli. Life in the divine estate seemed perfect until one fateful day. Oga-Landlord sitting outside reading a newspaper. He noticed Ifenkli as she passed by.
Omo, see a beautiful girl, oh. I can never let this girl pass me by. Chai, this girl said die. Chai, but which flat is this angel coming from?
Oga-Landlord screamed. Her beauty captivated him, and he couldn't take his eyes off her. Days later, he approached Ifechi as she was on her way to get something for her madam from the supermarket. Oga-Landlord approached Ifechi on her way going.
Hey, beautiful girl, how are you? Please, can I talk to you? My name is Chima, but popularly known as Oga-Landlord. And I'm the owner of this house as well. Please, what is your name?
Oga-Landlord asked.
My name is Ifechi, and I'm working with my madam, Mrs. Ifenkli.
Ifechi replied, looking shy.
Okay then. Please, can we be friends? Since I set my eyes on you, I haven't been myself. I promise, I will shower you with a lot of money, gifts, and love that you have never experienced in your life. Please be my girl.
Oga-Landlord said.
But you are married, sir. How about your wife?
Ifechi asked.
Don't worry yourself about that. I will handle it.
Oga-Landlord replied.
Okay then. I will be your girl.
Ifechi said. Despite her disinterest in him, Ifechi agreed, tempted by the money he promised, and they hugged each other. Unbeknownst to Oga-Landlord, that Ihuoma, the nurse, admired him secretly. She longed to confess her feelings, but feared of Oga-Landlord's wife's reaction. Meanwhile, Oga-Landlord and Ifechi's secret affair deepened as each day passed by, especially whenever Ifenkli went out for antenatal to the hospital. Oga-Landlord would sneak into her home to be doing the do with Ifechi, and after he's done, he would sneak out. This act continued until one evening, Ihuoma, returning from work unexpectedly, caught them under the staircase, doing the in-things as usual.
Hey, what in the ancestor's name are you two doing?
Shocked, Oga-Landlord and Ifechi separated and ran as fast as their leg can carry them. Ifechi ran inside her apartment, sweating and breathing heavily. Oga-Landlord, on the other hand, fell down and quickly get up as he dashed into his flat. Ihuoma stood there frozen, trying to understand what Oga-Landlord she loved so much is doing with a dirty maid like Ifechi. Heartbroken, she plots a plan on how to separate them. He decided to act fast. The next day, she sighted Ola-Aku, Oga-Landlord's wife, strolling down the street. Ihuoma ran fast towards her. She helped Ola-Aku carry her grocery bag. As she revealed everything she has witnessed, Ola-Aku thanked Ihuoma and decided to investigate further. Although Ola-Aku used to notice some unusual movements her husband used to make every night, but she never read meaning to it. That night, she pretended to be sleeping, and she caught Oga-Landlord sneaking out of their home to see Ifechi. Ola-Aku smiled and kept her findings to herself. The following morning, Ola-Aku went to Mr. Emeka's apartment. She knocked at the door. It was Ifenkili that opened the door.
Good morning, Mom. Please come inside. How are you? Are your family doing?
Ifenkili asked.
Yes, my dear. We are fine. And yours?
Ola-Aku asked. Ola-Aku narrated her findings between her husband and Ifechi. Ifenkili was pained on hearing that. She assured Ola-Aku that she would handle it, that she should not worry herself. In the evening, Ifenkili confronted and questioned Ifechi, but she denied the accusations. But Ifenkili erupted with anger. She flogged Ifechi several times. Yet, the secret relationship between her and Oga-Landlord still continued. Ifenkili could not withstand Ifechi's evil act. Out of anger, Ifenkili sent her back to the village where she's coming from. Oga-Landlord, unwilling to let Ifechi go, secretly rented an apartment for her, opened a business in her name, bought her a car, and even enrolled her in a university. His obsession with Ifechi drained his finances. One day, he called one of the biggest real estate company and told them that he wants to sell his house. The company sent their lawyer to come and deliver the money and collect the necessary documents from Oga-Landlord. Oga-Landlord sold his beloved house for 50 million naira. Guess what, dear viewers? He gave the entire sum of money to Ifechi, only for him to receive a shocking invitation after 2 months later. Ifechi was getting married to another man. Oga-Landlord was shocked and heartbroken while reading the invitation card. The betrayal news shattered Oga-Landlord's heart. To make matters worse, the new owner of the house demanded that Oga-Landlord and Ola-Aku, his wife, should vacate the premises immediately. As Oga-Landlord began packing, he noticed that Ola-Aku wasn't moving her belongings. Surprised, he confronted her, and she laughed, revealing the truth. She had secretly bought the house using the little savings from her small business.
I knew everything, Oga-Landlord.
She said,
Your lies, your betrayal. I warned you, but you choose greed over love. Now, you will live with the consequences.
She slammed the gate shut, leaving Oga-Landlord homeless and filled with regret. Ifechi, on the other hand, happily married her new husband and moved on with her life. Oga-Landlord wandered through the streets of Owerri, a shadow of his former self, consumed by his greed and the poor choices. Ola-Aku, stronger than ever, rebuilt her life, proving that resilience and wisdom win over betrayal. This story teaches us that chasing fleeting desires and neglecting what truly matters, such as love, loyalty, and trust, can result in irreversible regret and loss. Meanwhile, those who remain faithful, wise, and resilient like Ola-Aku emerge stronger and victorious at the end. The end.